All right, it is 7:05 on the dot. We are going to officially kick off. Again, my name is Jacqueline Strazula, Director of Product Programs for NYPENN. I'm here with my teammate, Sarah Gelati. We are the product program team for NYPENN Pathways. We are very excited to have you here this evening. I know that it's a very busy time with school curriculum nights and back to school, so I appreciate any and all the time you can share with us tonight. We are going to kick it off with Todd Wingen. Todd is from Ashton Farms. Ashton Farms provides the nuts and candies to NYPENN Pathways. They are delicious, and we're so lucky to have them. And then we also have Doug Mostrom from the M2 Media. And Doug and his team provide us with our digital platform, the magazines, and other goodies that he has to share with us this evening. So Todd, I'm going to let you take it away and tell us all about our wonderful nut and candy portion.
Thank you, Jacqueline, and welcome all volunteers, troop volunteers and caregivers. I represent Ashton Farms. Ashton Farms has been a licensed vendor for GSUSA for over 25 years and a longtime partner with Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways. To get things started tonight, we'd like to do a little quick review of the results from 2022. So last season was super successful. The girl participation increased by over 13%, which is outstanding. The average sales per girl decreased just a little bit. Nut card sales, or the in-person part of the program, went up almost 5%. The online girl delivery, which is a key component of your online options, went up by almost 25%. And your direct shipped opportunity, where customers can have product shipped directly to them at home, was up nicely too. Magazines increased, and there are lots of new online options in the magazines and more category that Doug will review in a bit. But overall, taking things into account, a really, really great result of a total sales increase of 11.41%. So thank you, all of you that were part of the program last year, and now looking forward to a really, really outstanding 2023. Your top sellers in terms of products last year, the individual items in the girl delivery categories, were the peanut butter bears, once again, the dulce de leche owls, peanut butter trail mix, deluxe pecan clusters, and dark chocolate caramel caps. So lots of chocolate, lots of great products, and a great variety. Once again, there'll be multiple ways for girls to participate. Online opportunities, which are growing this year, as I mentioned, but there's also the in-person option using the nut card for girls to use for customers to order from them directly. So many opportunities for girls and options for customers to support your troops and your girls. Now, here is the actual nut card lineup for this coming year. You'll be getting your materials from your service unit coordinator if you haven't already, but this is the lineup that Jacqueline and Sarah came up with based on statistics and looking at the overall options for products to have available in your nut card lineup. And the listed products are here top to bottom, so great variety, a variety of price points. In the top row this year, we've highlighted your customer favorites to kind of call those out as the top sellers from the past. Oh, and there's a new item, Thai chili mix. You'll hear more about that here shortly. So you've got the 16 items plus the donation option for your in-person nut card. And these items are also available on the online credit card paid girl delivery. Now, the Thai chili mix that I just mentioned is a new item, different than anything you've had before. The ingredients include the sweet Thai chili almonds, rice crackers, wasabi peas, sesame sticks, sriracha corn nuggets, and this product will be made available in a pop-top can. So a little bit of kick, but a nice flavor that I think is going to become one of your top sellers for this coming season. Each year we have a new design for the holiday tin, and it's a winter scene, 2 chickadees on a mushroom, featuring the chocolate-covered pretzels in your lineup, and then also another option available online would be the deluxe pecan clusters. Holiday tins, as well as all the other products, are excellent for holiday gift giving. The timing is just right for the products when they come to you from the service units and on to the girls and customers for delivery at holiday time. We also have a new design each year for the Girl Scout collectible tin. This year, it's Peace Out Girl Scout, featuring images and graphics from Girl Scouts ranging from the time frame 1961 to 1971. So really cool looking tin. It's the second in a series of our three set memory tin theme. So this is a second in the series. The new one was introduced last year, which incidentally will be available on the Girl Scout online store for folks that want to get one, another one, or maybe didn't get a chance last year to order the first in the series. The product in the Girl Scout tin is the Mint Treasures, the individually wrapped mint chocolates, which are a delicious product and a popular item, and the tins are made in the USA. Here are some of the past year's unique designs. A few of these, or at least a couple of these, will also be available on the store. A new product for your online shopping would be the Cheddar Caramel Crunch. This is a new item in a package in a stand-up bag. Good tasting, really great product that we're getting good feedback about, just to make you aware that that's another online option for your customers. When your shoppers and your potential customers click on the nuts and chocolate in the Girl Scout store, they'll be given two options: the online girl delivery and the direct shipped. I mentioned the online girl delivery is the specific items that are on the nut card. And with that category and that option, customers can pay with a credit card, but there's no need to pay for shipping, because these products are going to come to you at the troop, and the girls will deliver these items out to the customers. So again, a very popular way to order and save on shipping costs. The direct shipped, on the other hand, is where customers will see a larger list of products, a full 30 products to choose from. And here they also pay with a credit card, but they'll need to be willing to pay for the shipping to have the product sent directly to them at home or at their business. I'm very happy to say that the shipping cost is almost identical to what it was last year, only a 20-cent increase in some of the columns over last year, where it was a very, very good opportunity for supporters, and we've been able to hold that close to consistent with last year's costs. So these are the online shipping costs specific to the nuts and chocolate. A bit more detail about your donation option. Sweet Support is where customers can order nuts to be donated in support of the military through Operation Gratitude. Operation Gratitude is an organization that has been partnered with Girl Scouts for many years and with Ashton Farms. They do an excellent job of distributing the donated items out to the military personnel locally as well as overseas. Important to know here too that your troops earn proceeds from these orders, and girls will earn credit toward patches and rewards for all donation items sold. And there's even a special Care to Share patch for customers or for orders for the Sweet Support that girls with 5 or more of those orders will receive. A couple of key points here about your success story. The donation is taking off. There were 6,445 items donated in 2022, which is really, really impressive. And that's a 38% increase over the previous year. So customers are enjoying this way to support, and it's another great way for the girls to generate additional orders. I will also point out that as far as the top sellers, your donation option is the #1 by far top seller in the direct shipped category. If you have customers that have a gluten sensitivity or allergy and ask about products being available through Girl Scouts, in fact, the answer there is yes. We have 18 of the 30 items are classified as gluten-free. So on the nut card and on the shopping store, you'll see a GF, indicating that those products are safe for customers with a gluten allergy. And we even provide here the link to the chart with all the allergens, ingredients, and nutritionals for all products. So customers that might need that, or girls that might like to have it for their customers to share. Now, as far as the actual delivery of the items, the physical delivery of the nut and chocolate items for your troop, you will hear from your service unit coordinator on the dates and when those will be available for you to come and pick up. Use the delivery tickets from within the M2 system to sort out and distribute to your girls for their customers. So use that ticket. It's a great way to have them sign off on the receipt of the items. And remember, there's no rounding up to the full case. So the exact number of items that your girls have sold is what you will get at the troop level. And then you as caregivers will receive from your troop volunteer to hand out or distribute out to your customers. And that once all is complete, you should be used up all your inventory and all should be clean. If you do have any issues, please make note on the delivery ticket and get a hold of Jacqueline and Sarah at the council and make them aware of any discrepancies that might need to be addressed. And at this point, that's it for me, unless there are questions that come up at the end that we can handle. And I will now stop share and hand it over to Doug with lots of new and exciting information to share about products and about the M2 OS.
Well, Todd, that was a great job, and I'm already salivating after seeing all that yummy nuts and chocolates. So great job. And thank you, everybody, for letting me be a part of your evening tonight. And as Jacqueline had said, I represent M2 Media, the provider of the online platform, as well as customer service rewards and more items that are available this year, which you're going to find out about. But before I get started, I want to say a big, huge thank you really quickly to all of you for all that you do for Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways and the Treats, Reads, and More program, and for letting us enjoy being a partner of, along with Ashton Farms, of the Girl Scouts of NYPENN and this program. A few numbers. Todd shares some wonderful numbers from last year, and I'm going to break it down a little bit further for you because the reason I'm going to do this is to show you the importance of the online program. But first, let me explain that last year, at the time that the program started, there was almost 7,200 girls enrolled at the Girl Scouts of NYPENN. And of those, a whopping 3,961 girls participated for a participation rate of 55%. And of those, 82% created an online store, which is a great number. The online store, you're going to hear me say several times tonight, is a simple 4-step process that only takes 5 to 7 minutes to create. Last year's PGA, that's the average number of sales that each girl that participated in the program brought in, was $287. But compare that with last year's online PGA, which is 78% of the overall PGA came in online, which again is part of me starting to reinforce the fact that creating that online storefront in 4 simple steps that takes only 5 to 7 minutes is so crucial to the success of this program. I want to let you know that one of the 4 steps of creating the online program is just letting people know that that the girls have an online store that's open for business. And in doing so, they just simply enter email addresses of family members, friends of the family, maybe people the parents work with. And every email last year that was put into the system generated an average of $11.85. So all of you, please understand that the more friends and family emails that get put into the system, the more successful the program will be for not only the troop, but also for the girl herself, because of all the proceeds generated. And proceeds, we know, generate excitement, activities, and a lot more. And then every troop that participated last year brought an average in of over $1,600. So those are some important numbers to make you realize and help you understand how important the online program is, because 78% of the entire program is brought in online. This online program was brought to the Girl Scouts of NYPENN back in 2020, the first year that we actually had COVID, and it helped mitigate the effects of COVID in this program, and resulted in an increase in that very first year of 2020. And since then, there has been a 23% increase in this program, as in part due to all that you all do, and in part due to the simplicity and ease of this program online. Now, tonight, what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about the importance of the program. We'll touch on the rewards. Then we'll go into the online experience from 3 different perspectives: the girls' perspective, the supporters' perspective, and the volunteers' perspective. And then we're going to simply talk about important dates, wrap up with customer service, and then, of course, it'll be Q&A from there if there are any questions that have been unanswered. So we have troops online tonight, we have caregivers online tonight, and I want to make sure that all of you fully understand how much we know you're directly impacting the future of this program, the future of the girls, by facilitating this largest girl-led entrepreneurial program. You're assisting these girls in earning funds to support their amazing girl-led adventures, and you're not only providing them the opportunity to learn the skills that are learned in this program, but knowing that they're going to share those with girls in their neighborhoods and their activities and school. You're helping make the world a better place simply by allowing the girls to learn really important skills in this program. So thank you for all that you do. So what is the Fall Product Program? Treats, Reads, and More. Well, really, it's the girls' first entrepreneurial experience. Of course, some people might say, well, you know what? They did do a lemonade stand at the end of their driveway last summer, and that was pretty entrepreneurial if you would have seen how my daughter did it. Well, yes, true. But this is really kind of the first real structured entrepreneurial experience where they get to practice and perfect 5 really important skills. And those are business ethics, decision-making, goal setting, money management, and people skills. And we're going to break those down a little bit more in a second. But you're helping them generate money and proceeds that are going to fund all these really cool experiences for the rest of this Girl Scout year. They get to earn rewards, all while selling very easily yummy nuts, chocolates, magazines, and, as you'll see in a little bit, more this year. So understanding why this is important for all of us to motivate the girl. We're all in this together for one main reason. That's so the girl can have a great experience, develop meaningful relationships, and of course, learn super important skills that they're going to benefit from all the way through their entire life. And when I sit down with councils and I ask volunteers to raise their hand and tell me what they believe girls are learning in this experience, they raise their hand and they tell me, you know what? Girls are learning things like money management. They're learning confidence, how to build their own confidence. They're learning email marketing. And I apologize for the graphics in this, but we're going to go through this a little bit. Learning email marketing in this system. They're learning how to overcome rejection. Not every single customer is going to say yes to them. They're learning goal setting as well. Accountability, empowerment. Sorry for the graphics. I messed up on this one slide. Stepping out of their comfort zone. So many stories about how volunteers will say, you know what, she is so shy at the beginning of the Girl Scout year, but when she took that first order card to that first customer, you should have seen her really blossom after she learned how to step out of her comfort zone. She learns how to use the technology to scale her success in this program, because technology is so important to be able to create a lot more success in any type of business. Customer service, how to say please, thank you, and so much more. May I help you? And then lastly, she learns how to develop responsibility, picking up and motivating herself to get started in this program. And then I'll tell you what, the girls can learn so much more, is what the volunteers all tell us. But the girls, they tell us they really enjoy the rewards. They enjoy the relationships. They enjoy the proceeds, and all the activities the proceeds will help fund. Now, in this program this year, we have a mascot for the fall, and that is the ocelot. There are so many really great things to learn about the ocelot and then pass down to the girl. And the reason I encourage all of you to learn as much as you can, write it down if you've never heard what the ocelot is, do a little research. Here's a few different things on the screen, but the more the girls learn about this, they're like sponges. They love to learn, and then they like to actually talk to their friends about it, and maybe tell their friends something they didn't know. But when they see the actual ocelot plush in the reward program, after they've learned about it, they really want one of those. And that is a motivator alone in them wanting to participate in this program. So when you're doing research, you might look up some pictures. I found this really cool picture of a rare sighting in Texas. Why is it rare? Because very few ocelots have come across the Mexican border and reside in the United States. And when they do reside in the United States, they're nocturnal, so you don't really see them out in the middle of the day. So this has two rare things associated with this one picture, and the girls will appreciate learning things about that. Now, the different ways to participate in the Treats and Reads and More program. The two different ways are picking up the order card, talking to customers face to face, showing them the yummy selection of nuts and chocolates that are available for the girl to deliver back to them at the end of the program, and having a lot of success and learning experience doing so. The other one, as I've mentioned before, is to create an online store. Now, we've really built all the online stores. We put all the products on the shelves of those online stores. But in 4 steps and 5 to 7 minutes, the girls can go on and they can claim one of those stores and personalize it and make it their own. The best way to participate in this program, I believe, is on the very first day of the program to spend those few minutes to claim their online store, get it open for business, and then pick up the order card for the remainder of this period of time to be able to fill out that order card time and time again with yummy orders. Troops are benefiting from this program because they get the proceeds from all the sales that happen in this program. And the council is very generous by giving back 15% of all the sales to the troops. Now, troops with a PGA of $325 or more per girl can go ahead and earn an additional 5%, bringing the overall proceeds to the highest in the entire country of 20%. As long as your troop reaches $325 in PGA. Now, for those councils, juniors, cadets, seniors, and ambassadors that all vote unanimously to forego the rewards, they will still receive all the patches in the program, and they will receive another 5%. So if you are in a troop that qualifies, you all agree to opt out of receiving rewards, you'll receive a full 25% of the entire program that the girls sell as proceeds to really fund a lot of great activities. Own Your Magic is this year's theme. And when I say this year's theme, it covers both the fall program as well as the cookie program. So embrace it, get used to it, and enjoy Own Your Magic. Lots of different fun things coming in the rewards that are thematic as well. And as I mentioned before, the Ocelot is the mascot for the fall program. The cookie program will have its own mascot, and you'll see a little bit about that coming up in a bit. But let's talk about the fall products, because Todd generously spent time talking about the nuts and chocolates that are available in the program. You already know that there are magazines available in the program, more than 350 different offerings of great magazines, combination of magazines, digital magazines, and so much more. And magazines actually in the last 3 years has gone up in popularity due to COVID. Parents wanting to tell their kids, drop the device, pick up something to read around the house, and put your mind to work. So that magazines is even more so popular. If you are a caregiver and you understand all that, feel free to enjoy the subscription available to support the girls. But we have 2 new products that'll be on the shelves this year, and one of those is the Tervis tumblers, and the other is the Bark Box. We have a partnership with Tervis tumblers now that includes tumblers being shipped directly from their factory down in Florida to the customers around the country. And those include 300 different SKUs of plastic insulated tumblers, as well as the stainless steel insulated tumblers, and the 100 different designs, and the prices range from $28 to $49.99. And the shipping on each of these is only $5.99 per tumbler if you order only 3 or less. But if you order 4 or more, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th will all ship for only $1 a piece after the first 3 are shipping for $5.99. So these make a great another additional product, as well as the Bark Box does. Now, this product is a result of GSUSA going to Bark Box and saying, hey, you know what? We know that you're shipping things on a subscription basis to a lot of dog owners, but will you do us a favor and create a mini Bark Box just for the Girl Scouts? And they did. So the box that you see in the lower left-hand corner is what the customers will get this year. It includes a green beret that you can put on the dog's head. Enjoy taking some great pictures, but let me tell you, take those pictures very quickly, because sewn into this green beret is a squeaky toy. And you know what happens when the dogs find out that there's a squeaky toy? you're done taking pictures with it on its head. The box also comes with an oversized canister of Berry Trio dog treats for the dogs to enjoy. And this box is sold for only $19.99. And listen carefully, because the shipping on this is subsidized by BarkBox, because they really want this relationship to go well. And so what they've done is they say, you know what, for each transaction, shipping to one specific address, it'll be $5 per address, regardless of how many BarkBox items are purchased. So a customer can buy one and pay $5 shipping. They can buy 10, pay only $5 shipping total to that same address, as long as it's in the same transaction. Now let's talk about the rewards, because the girls love getting rewards. They see the rewards and they want to work towards those rewards. And part of the reward program are the wonderful patches they can earn. So let's go over the patches. On the left-hand side is this year's what we call theme patches. These 3 theme patches can be earned separately, and they look great individually on the uniforms. However, if they earn all 3 of them, you see the really wonderful scene that it can display. So how do you earn the 3 theme patches on the left-hand side? Girls that sell only 15 nut and chocolate items will earn the top Own Your Magic patch. And then girls who get up to $150 in total sales will earn the 2023 patch. And then girls who don't even have to sell one item, all they need to do is create their online storefront and enter 18 email addresses of family members, friends of the family, maybe people parents are work with, into the system. And when they do so, they will earn automatically the bottom patch, which we call the Ocelot patch. There are a couple other ancillary patches available, and those are the Super Seller Mags patch that can be earned when the girl sells a combination of only 3 magazines, tumblers, or BarkBox items. And then when they reach $350 in total sales, they will earn the Goal Getter patch. Now, Todd mentioned the Care to Share patch, and there's a typo on this because I believe it's $7, or is it $6? Is it $6? It's $6. Okay, we did get it right. So customers have the opportunity to, either using the order card or shopping online, donate $6 for every time they would like a Ashton Farms item to be given on their behalf, complimentary to Operation Gratitude. There is no shipping charges associated with this at all. And as Todd mentioned, this is going through the roof. You have some very generous supporters there at the Girl Scouts of NYPENN, and they really enjoy helping out Operation Gratitude. Girls that sell only 5 of these donations will receive the Care to Share patch. Now, there's another patch. If you've been part of this program, you were waiting for this one. I know you were, because it's this year's Avatar patch. Remember how I mentioned there was 4 easy steps to create your online store? One of them you already know. You put in email addresses. One of the other ones is to create a likeness of yourself, an avatar, your online entrepreneur that's going to be doing the work for you after you've created your online store in only 5 to 7 minutes. Well, part of the whole fun of this is you get to earn a patch with your avatar on it and your first name, your initials, or your nickname at the top of that patch. You get to even design the patch yourself to make it look the way you want to, with the 2 different background choices that you see on the screen and the 2 different avatar outfits that your avatar can change into for the sake of this patch. This is something girls really want. And how do they earn it? Simply by making sure there are 18 email addresses in the system. They share the link to their storefront one time at least through Facebook, Twitter, and or text messaging. And then once they reach $325 in total sales, that's online, order card, or a combination thereof, this patch will actually go into production and then be mailed directly to the girl's home. And I'll show you how the girls get to build it and how that whole thing works. Now, the last patch I want to touch on before we get on into the rewards is the Cookie Crossover patch. This is a second patch they can earn with their avatar on it if they participate in both of the product programs, the Fall Treats, Reads, and More program, as well as the Cookie program. So it has her avatar on it, and it has what you see there is the axolotl, which is the Cookie program's mascot coming up. Now, what does she need to do to earn this patch? Well, in the fall, all she needs to do is create her online storefront with 18 or more email addresses in it. Then, once she shares a link to her storefront at least one time, she has met the criteria for the fall. At the end of the fall, our system will send her an email congratulating her for reaching the fall criteria and giving her an image of this patch in the email, and then reminding her that all she needs to do in the upcoming cookie program is enter 24 email addresses into the digital order card and then sell 60 boxes of cookies in the digital order card as well. And this patch, once she has reached that criteria, will be sent into production and mailed directly to her house as well. So lots and lots of rewards, as you can see. This is what the reward portion of the actual order card looks like. Now, in the online system, I'm going to show you where all of the rewards, the criteria it takes to earn those rewards, and the ability to choose and select shirt sizes and things like that for these rewards are in the system. But as you can see, everything is cumulative in this program. So let's talk about row number 1. Row number 1, again, there's the patch on the left-hand side that they can earn simply by putting in email addresses into the system. No orders have to be sold. And then when they can, then you see the other patches we've talked about, the Care to Share patch, as well as the Superseller Mags patch. But guess what? For the Superseller Mags patch I mentioned, all she needs to do is sell 3. Oh, by the way, on here, let me point out one thing. The relationship between BarkBox and Tervis tumblers was not solidified until after the copy for this order card was done. So please keep in mind that magazine subscriptions also in this program includes the Tervis tumblers and the BarkBox items. So here you'll see the third item there says magazine subscriptions. We know now that it's 3 magazines, tumblers, and or BarkBox items in order to get the Superseller Mags patch and the charm bracelet. And they will actually earn the charm if they get up to 5 magazine, tumblers, or BarkBox items. And then when they get up to 15 nut and chocolate items, they will earn that patch over on the right-hand side called the Own Your Magic patch. Row number 2.
Doug,
Oh.
I'm just going to jump in. There's actually
Yep.
a typo. It should only be 18 emails for the cookie program.
18 emails for the cookie program, and not, what was it, 24 there?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, so yes, it is correct on the order card. It was not correct on the slide. My apologies for that.
It's correct on the site. I just checked it now.
Okay,
Which
good.
is the most important part.
That's the most important part. We've corrected it. And thank you for pointing that out.
Yep.
On row number 2 of the rewards, you'll see that that's where the girls can earn the 2023 patch when they get up to $150 in total sales. And by doing so, they'll also receive a set of the 3-inch. There's 6 3-inch waterproof stickers that are all theme related, which are really cool too. For $50 more in sales, they will add to the stickers and the patch the theme necklace. That pendant is about the size of a dime, and when it opens up, it displays what you might be able to see on the screen or not, the Own Your Magic theme. And then for $150 more in sales, at $350 in total sales, they will add to those rewards the Goal Getter patch and the small Ocelot plush. And then when they get only $200 more in sales, they will add to all of that the Ocelot t-shirt. And then we want to go down to the bottom row and point out that for $750, there's some really cool things, including the Winter Fun package, which I will ask Jacqueline to unmute in a second to talk about, or the choice of the Bluetooth speaker, the Bluetooth selfie stick, and the ring light as a set of technology items that they can choose. So Jacqueline, if you can tell us about the Winter Fun experience.
Yes, I would love to. So we have partnered up with a few locations throughout NYPENN that are going to offer girls 2 tickets to utilize their property during the winter. So we did not pick a specific date because we know that sometimes snow doesn't happen when we want it to happen. So girls will be able to pick, I don't have the list exactly in front of me, but I can share that link out later. But we have these locations, and Sarah might be able to chime in on the details. But they'll have tickets to go sledding at these locations. I do know one is Greek Peak in Fayetteville. There's, Sarah, remind me of the other ones. But long story short, they can pick between these locations and they'll get the 2 tickets to go at any time at their convenience to these winter locations. They can go sledding. There's, gosh, I'm drawing a blank right now. other winter activities. Sarah, do you remember those details?
Some of the locations would be the Camilla Ski School. Another one would be Four Seasons. We have another one, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's towards Watertown. And then we have another one that's more south that I don't know off the top of my head. So we did a pretty good job of trying to spread it across the whole map. So there's a Dry Hill ski area. Yes, that is another one.
That
And then
sounds
we'll have
like
it would be 2 caregivers and they could go tubing.
Yep, so there's a whole list of information and their websites that will be on our website. So just to let everybody know, we just did a huge website update. So everything is not where it should be at this exact time, but our marketing team is working really, really, really hard to get it perfect for everybody by day 1 of the program. So be patient as we update it and correct it and make sure all of the data is there. But we will have a full list of all the locations that have partnered with us, and there's a lot.
Well, thank you for giving us the details on all of that. So that experience sounds really cool. When the girls get up to $1,250 in total sales, they will add to all of those rewards that we've already talked about another reward, which is their choice of 2 tickets to the water safari or 2 tickets to Thunder Island. And then $1,500 in total sales, as you can see, will be $100 in GS NYPENN experience credit. And everything tops out at $2,500, where they will get every single thing we just talked about, including and added to the trip to the Bronx Zoo on December 9th, 2023. So coming up very soon. So that rounds out our reward program. Very generous. So just imagine what happens if girls get $2,500. They will be very, very, very happy in sales with all the different rewards that they get. Again, the day trip to the Bronx Zoo on December the 9th. Mark your calendars for those girls that are super motivated and will be able to get up to that level. There's also the opportunity to win what we have as, I believe these are 50 or 60-inch tall ocelots. These are huge, something every one of us parents would love our daughters to come home with. A really cuddly, very beautiful, giant, extra large ocelot. And through your participation in this program, they have the opportunity to get into this drawing. 3 different drawings. One is the drawing will be on October the 13th, and the eligibility to earn this drawing will be between October 1st and the 12th. And as you can see on the screen, using the M2 system, girls who launch their online campaign, create their avatar, enter 18 email addresses into the system, and share their online storefront at least one time via text messaging, Facebook, or Twitter, they are eligible. Okay, drawing number 2, the eligibility to get into this drawing is November 1st all the way up to November 12th. And using the M2 system, girls who launch their online campaign, create their personal avatar, enter 18 email addresses, and then reach $550 in total sales are eligible for this one. And then drawing number 3 will be the eligibility, the same time frame as drawing number 2. But using the M2 system, they create their online platform and then create their avatar, earn each of the following patches. The Super Seller Mags patch, the Care to Share patch, the Ocelot, Own Your Magic, and 2023. Those are those 3 theme patches we talked about, as well as the Goal Getter patch. Their name will be put into the drawing for that one. So that is really exciting. This GS NYPENN is the one council that offers the most giant Ocelot plushes to any, within this program. Okay.
Doug,
Yep.
can you just go back and clarify the 10 different shares one more time? Like, what is a share, just so that people know what those are, because there's a question about 10 shares.
Okay, so what I'm going to show you is the ability for the girl. So once the girl opens up her online store, we create a link to that online store, and then we offer her the opportunity to share that link. If she shares it 10 different times, we are going to, she's going to have a number 10 in that category on our reports, and all the girls that have shared it 10 different times through the system will be eligible to get in that drawing. So coming up in the next segment of this training, I'll show you how the girls can share it. Is that okay? Okay. So let's talk about that online girl experience. The girls, again, 4 easy steps that takes 5 to 7 minutes. I will step you through this process, and it is so fun and it is so easy. This is why one of the reasons the program is so successful. So how does she get started? Well, just coming up right around the corner on October 1st, the site opens up for all girls to be able to log in, get into the system, and create their online store. How do they do it? Well, there's 2 different ways to get to the landing page. One of those on the left-hand side is to enter the URL that you see, gsnutsandmags.com/gsNYPENN. Any girl can go into her browser, go ahead and type that in and claim her online store. Where do you see that email address? Well, one of the places you'll see it is on the M2 flyer, which is talks about how to get online and do everything. And right in the middle, in that yellow circle there, is the URL. There will also be an email that goes to all the caregivers in the program. And that email, well, once the caregivers open it up, there's a link in the bottom left-hand corner that they can click on. Once they type in the URL in their browser, or they click on the link on that email, it'll take them right to this page. Our entire site can be translated into Spanish with one click of the button in the upper right-hand corner. But to create your online store this year, all you need to do is click on Create an Account. Once it's opened and you log back in to check your progress and continue working to
Can
make
you
this.
go back, please?
To how far?
Just the last slide. I was about to take a picture and then you went.
Just keep in mind that this whole entire series will be shared out to everybody. So so you don't have to work extra hard. Everything tonight will be shared. This whole recording will.
Are we good? Okay. So yes, so once they've created their online store and they want to come and log back in to check their progress, they simply click the login button. And then all of you troop leaders, in order for you to manage your troop, you can come to the same URL and click on Visit Admin Site. Now, the first thing the caregivers and the girls we're going to ask is them to put in their zip code just to verify they are in the right site for Girl Scouts of NYPENN. After that, we're going to ask for the caregiver's first name, last name, email address, and a password. The email address and password will be I'm not able to mute that. The email and password will be what they need to use to get back into the system at any time. Then once we click register, the 4-step process begins. And there is actually a parent training video over on the right-hand side. You can listen to that parent training video to remind you of the things that you're hearing tonight, or simply press pause and start the process by typing in your troop number. There may even be people that don't know the troop number, and that's okay, because we have a box that says, I don't know my troop number. Just simply click that, type in your last name, and then click search, and then select from the last names that come up on the screen as a result of us going into the database to search those last names. Once the girl clicks on her name, she has the ability to type in her nickname. Now, the reason we collect this is, do you remember that personalized patch with the avatar? She can have her first name, her initials, or a nickname. This is where we collect that information. Then we will simply ask 3 easy questions. What does Girl Scouting mean to you? Where we provide a drop-down menu for her to make her selection. We then ask her what her goal is and what the troop plans to do with the money. Now, all you troop leaders, start having that discussion as fast as possible if you haven't already had it. Because on October 1st, this is where the girl is going to be asked that question of, hey, listen, we're raising money. We're going to generate proceeds. What do we all want to do with that money as a group? The reason we collect the answers to those 3 questions is because we display that information on the girl's storefront, so that for the customer to be able to understand why she's doing this, how much she's trying to earn, and what she gets to do with all the proceeds generated from the customer's purchase. That rounds out step number 1. That took all of about 60 seconds. Step number 2 is even more fun, where you go ahead and create a likeness. This is where they get to build an avatar using all of the attributes listed on the right-hand side. They get to scroll through each of these, and actually, there are over 2 billion different avatars that could be created with all the different attributes. After the girl makes the avatar look like herself, she can make the avatar sound like herself by clicking on the button right underneath the avatar, pulling up this page where we even provide a sample script for her to practice. Now, I always recommend she perfect and she actually personalize a script for herself, but whenever she's ready to record that voice into the computer, she simply clicks on the record button, reads her message into the computer, and our system will take her voice, add it to the avatar, and then that avatar with animation will deliver that message to all of her customers. Girls that add their avatar to or add their voice to the avatar last year generated 100% more in sales than the girls that didn't add their voice to the avatar. That's how powerful this feature is, and it only takes about 5 to 10 seconds. Once she's done creating her avatar, making it look and sound like herself, she is done with step number 2. And that took all of a couple minutes. Step number 3 is actually optional. She can come back to this, or if she'd like to get more sales starting right away, she can upload a photo of herself and or a video of herself that she creates promoting this Treats, Reads, and More program. But notice on the right-hand side is the personalized patch. That's where we're going to display that for the very first time for her to see. And right above it is the criteria that it takes to earn the patch. In this case, 18 email addresses is part of the criteria, which then takes us to the 4th and final step of entering those email addresses. Now, all the girls that participated in the program last year, when they get to this page, all the email addresses they put in the system last year will already be waiting for her this year. She can add more email addresses to the system very easily by typing them in one by one. Or caregivers, listen to this, because right across the top is an icon related more than likely to your email system. And when you click on the icon related to your email system, our system will pull up on the screen all the emails in your computer. You can then select which ones to automatically add with one more click of the button down in the lower right-hand corner on that green button. You click on that, all the email addresses will automatically be added to this page. Then you can manage which one of those email addresses have the ability to order girl delivered, and then you simply go ahead and launch your campaign. The second you click on launch your campaign, the girl's storefront is open for business and a link is created. She can then share that link in the next screen that pops up, which is this ability to click on Facebook, Twitter, or copy the link to a clipboard or text it to other people. This is where she starts sharing her links to her storefront. Now, I'll show you how she can continue to do that throughout the rest of the program in a little bit. But after she does it the first time, she then builds her patch. And she does that through this interactive page. Notice how the patch over on the left-hand side changes as she makes her selections. She can have her first name at the top, her initials, or her nickname. She can leave the background to be the waterfall or switch over to the ocelot hanging out in the tree. And then she can keep the avatar in the outfit she had or change into the pink romper or the gray safari suit. However she wants to design the patch, once she's done, there's a toggle to the right of the patch she will click on, and then she enters her mailing address. That means that once the patch has been earned, it will go into production and be sent directly to the address on the screen. She will save that information. We will display her final patch, as well as what the envelope looks like that'll arrive in her mailbox with the patch in it after she's earned it and it's been produced. We will also send her an email congratulating her for doing the steps that it took to open her online store. We will show her the patch that she earned by entering 18 email addresses, and then provide her links at the bottom of the email so she can shop on her own site or even check her progress. That will take her to her dashboard. Now, the dashboard, I've already circled one really super important thing that I'd like all of you to teach the girl about, because part of being an entrepreneur and understanding business is to think like a business person, and understanding consumers, your customers, is really important. So ask the girl, what do you think would happen if somebody came to your online store and saw that you already reached your goal? More than likely, they're going to say, well, then they're not going to want to buy anything, which is more than likely the right answer. So I point this out as an easy way for her to keep track of her goal and then be able to change her goal as she's starting to get close. The link right underneath her avatar, she can click on to pull up this page, simply highlight her old goal, type in a new one, and then click update to update her goal at any time. Now, underneath that link and at the bottom are two links that do exactly the same thing for caregivers that have more than one Girl Scout in the family. They can create another profile, another storefront for their other daughter, and then simply manage which one to watch and view by clicking on the Your Girl Scouts link. That'll pull up this page, and listed on this page, once they click on that link, will be all the girls' profiles that they have created, so they can view whichever dashboard they would like to. Now, one of the two ways to participate in this program is by picking up that order card and enjoying talking to customers face to face about the yummy nuts and chocolates. But we do need every order card, the sales from those order cards, to be entered into the system. By clicking on manage paper orders, you'll open up this page that will allow you to enter how many items of each flavor on the order card have been sold. This will always be a running total of what was sold. If you sell 5 of everything the first weekend, 3 of everything the next weekend, when you come back here to update, you will put in an 8 instead of obviously anything else. So 5 and 3 will equal 8. So always keep an update. There will never be a submit button for you to click on. The numbers that are in here at the end of the program will be the numbers that will be submitted and then delivered back to the girl for them to deliver back to the customer. Caregivers, please help out your troops. Maybe you want to request that a final image of the order card be texted over to you after the program's over so that you can verify the numbers entered into the system are accurate. Having 2 sets of eyes on that is always super important. Now, there's also another icon I want to point out and several more. One of them is the emails icon. When you click on that, you'll be able to see all the email addresses that were entered into the system to begin with. Here, you can add more contacts as well as see what's happened to every email address since putting it into the system. Down at the bottom, it'll tell you what those colored dots mean and provide you the opportunity, once again, to add more email contacts and then update that as you go along. You can click on, from a business perspective, the reports icon. When you do, you can see reports galore. You can see all of your sales, or you can break them out by magazine sales, direct ship nut sales, what was entered on the order card, how many tumblers and bark box items. There's even a tab that says campaign stats that will show you how many email addresses were put in the system. Have you earned the personalized patch yet? Lots of information right there for you to click on when you click on campaign stats. And then the last one is the online girl delivered orders. So you'll be able to see all the orders that came in for the girl to be able to deliver back to the customer at the end of the program. And please note that every one of these reports is printable, downloadable, and can be emailed to anybody. Now there's, oh, yep, go ahead.
Just to make sure, if a girl doesn't have the ability to get online, but she needs to put in her order card, her leader can do it for her, correct?
That's correct. So that happens quite often where the maybe an image of that order card or the order card itself gets transferred over to the troop leader for the troop leader to be able to do so for the girl. Now, there's going to be some really motivated girls out there because a lot of them will want to go to the Bronx Zoo or have some of those really high level reward levels. So we have built in the system tools that will help them be more successful. 2 of those tools are the personalized door hangers and the business cards. When they click on either of those icons, the respective tool will come up on the screen already built for the girl with her avatar on it, the paragraph about why this program is important, what her goal is, and what the troop plans to do with the money, as well as the ability for the customer to easily go to her online store. On the door hanger, we even have a QR code so they can put the phone up there and start shopping immediately. Otherwise, follow the simple instructions to go online, put in her store code, and be able to shop on our online store. And remember, there was the ability for them to text a link to their customers. When they do, up in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see what that ad looks like that comes up on the customer's phone that they can simply touch on and start shopping right online as well. She can update her campaign video or create the campaign video in case she skipped it in step number 3 in this registration process. She can update her personalized patch as she can do with her avatar. Maybe she got a set of braces 2 weeks after she created her avatar and she wants to add braces to that avatar. There's an avatar room she can click on. And when she does, there will be digital rewards that she can earn and have already been rewarded to her. she wants to learn about all the different digital rewards still to earn, she can click on the question marks, and our system will tell her the criteria that it takes to earn each individual digital reward. But also notice there is the troop photo here for the girl to click on. Now, all of you troop leaders have the ability to access this from your dashboard, but this is where the girl will find it. And when she clicks on it, she'll be able to see the avatars that you've created, as well as all of the girls in her troop have created. This is a lot of fun, and I recommend all of you troop leaders, you print this out before every single troop meeting, bring it there, show the girls in case they haven't had the chance to look at it. And then it might help motivate those girls that still don't have their avatar photo on this, or avatar on this troop photo. And then at the end of the program, there's lots of fun ideas you can do with it. A few troops go ahead and actually make t-shirts. And when the girls go out and do their activities, they say, wear your avatar shirt to the activity, and they really enjoy pointing out their avatar to the people that come up and ask them about it. It's a lot of fun. All the physical rewards that you see on the back of the order card are listed on here. By clicking on the physical rewards icon, you'll be able to see all the physical rewards, the criteria that it takes to earn it. And then when they get to a level where there's actually a choice, our system will send them a message congratulating them for reaching that level, and then giving them the opportunity to make the choice right through the system. We will continue to remind them to make the choice right through the system if there's any of those girls that procrastinate and don't make it right away. And then right before the end of the program, we say, okay, last opportunity. If you don't make it, somebody will make it for you. And believe me, that last reminder will get almost 100% of all the girls to go back in, make the choice of what they would like as that reward. They can share their site. Right there in the bottom right-hand corner is an icon that says share my site. That's where they can continue to go in there every single day. If they go in there a total of 10 times, they are in one of the raffles for one of those giant ocelots. They can update their profile, as well as in real time see the top sellers in their troop. And that rounds out the end of the girl experience. So it takes only about 5 minutes to open your online store, and then you saw all the ways that they can monitor it and improve upon it as well. Now, let me show you what the supporters experience. They're the ones that get the email from the system. The girl doesn't actually have to create the email. All she does is put in email addresses, and our system will construct this email and send it out to all those email addresses. When the customer opens it up, they have the ability to click on the link right above the girl's avatar to watch that avatar deliver that message that she recorded in her own voice. Then the customer can click on the link and land right on her shopping page. They're going to see her avatar as well as that paragraph, letting the customer know why this program is important to her, why she's involved in Girl Scouts, and what her troop plans to do with the money. Then the customer is displayed those 4 boxes, because what we've learned is customers are more likely to shop if they see something right away that interests them. So we break it out in the 4 different categories of products that are available. They can click on any one of those to get started. Even if they miss the link in the email, they can watch the avatar deliver the message in her voice as well. Then click on any one of the products that appeal to them. If they click on the nut and chocolate storefront, as Todd has mentioned, our system will display a choice right away. It'll ask them, would you like to shop for items that will be delivered to you at the end of the program by the girl herself, where you don't pay for shipping? Or do you prefer getting your items a lot faster with Federal Express delivering them to your doorstep, but you have to pay for the shipping, or you don't mind paying for the shipping? Depending on that customer's choice, depends on how many items show up on the storefront. I know some people always say, well, why don't you just have all the items available on both sides of it? Because to have 30 items delivered to the service units for then the girls to be able to do is logistically nearly impossible to manage. So we limit it to 15 to 16 items, of course. But if they choose the convenience of Federal Express, all 30 items will show up on the Nut and Chocolate storefront for that customer to shop from. Now, they can click on just to give you an example, when they click on the items that appeal to them, those items will show up in the front of the store. And I'll show you what that means in a second. But at the top of their girls' storefront, they can see the avatar and the progress bar towards their goal. Then they can see that paragraph that was created, talking about what their goals are and what the troop plans to do with the money. And then notice, because they clicked on Tumblers appears first. They can scroll through on the left-hand side, all the different 300 varieties of tumblers available. And then even at the bottom, as we go down, they will find the other products. So we have found great success in building this program in that way to make it easier for the customer. They will click on an item, put it in their shopping cart. And this year, what we've done is something that we tried last year that was super successful. And at checkout, offering the customers the ability to add one more thing into their shopping cart at a discounted rate. 13% of all the customers took advantage of the magazine offers that we put in the checkout area for them to choose from. If they don't choose it, no problem. They just check out and pay for what they actually selected. But if they'd like to take advantage of that special discounted magazine, it helps the girl, helps the troop, and it helps everybody else. But I also want to take a moment and tell you about something else that there is not a slide for, and that is for all the customers that select the convenience of Federal Express delivering nuts and chocolates to them. When they check out of that storefront, they are actually going to this year be offered a free magazine. That free magazine will happen at checkout. They don't have to worry about getting an email about it or anything else later. They will make that selection right then and there. But just please know that that free magazine doesn't count towards any of the incentives or number of items sold or anything like that in the program. It's just our way to make your customers feel a little bit better about having to pay shipping on nuts and chocolates. We will send then the customer a confirmation email depicting their entire order, as well as at the very bottom of that email, providing them the customer service information. So for all of those that have been part of this program before, you may have heard that sometimes there are some reminder emails that go out to customers that don't make purchases. And those reminder emails this year will have a little link in there in case anybody wants to stop getting those emails. There is the ability to opt out of receiving any more emails for the season and the season only. So if anybody does say, oh my gosh, I keep getting reminder emails, no worries. They have the ability this year to be able to take care of that themselves. Okay. So let me round out this training with the volunteer experience. All of the troop leaders get in on the fun by being able to create their own avatar with using adult features. And that experience will start on September the 23rd. Mark your calendars. It's right around the corner. On Saturday, this email will come to all the troop leaders, and it will come from email at mail.gsnutsandmags.com, and it will probably arrive in your inbox no later than noon. So if by noon you don't see it in your inbox, do us a favor. Before you raise the alarms, just double check your junk folders or your spam folders to see if it landed in there. But when you open up that email, troop leaders, there will be a link in there that you'll click on. Once you click on the link, you will then customize your own password. You will be presented with a training video that will train you on the links on your dashboard. And then you have the ability to activate what is called the parent-adult email campaign. All of the email addresses for the parents in your troop will show up on here. And it gives you the opportunity by clicking send and continue for an email to go out to those caregivers on the very first day of the program, announcing the program has started. It even provides a link in that email for the caregivers to click on to get, as I mentioned, to that landing page. So please, this is called the parent-adult email campaign. It's actually one of the criteria required for you to be able to earn the avatar patch yourself. Once you land on your dashboard, you will have the ability to click on parent-adult email campaign and manage that a little bit more closely. You can add email addresses of caregivers for the girls in your troop if you know more caregivers that are associated with raising her. You can also see all of the email, or you can see what the email looks like that'll be going out to the caregiver. And starting on the first day of the program, you can come back to this page and then notice which caregivers have opened up their emails yet or not. You will be able to access the training video that you originally saw when you first logged in case you forgot any of the details of what any of the links at the bottom of your dashboard can do for you. And then when you want to log back in anytime throughout the program, you can simply type in this URL, gsnutsandmags.com/admin, click on that link to get in, or like I mentioned before, simply go to the landing page that we talked about where you can enter there as well. Once you're in the system, if you have dual roles, you manage various troops, you're a service unit volunteer as well. As long as you have 2 or more roles, you don't have to log out to change roles. Up in the upper right-hand corner, you can click on that, click change role, and then select which role you want to manage. And there's a really cool feature in here called the send messages that I want to point out. When you click on that, this page will open up and allow you to communicate with all the girls in your troop and the caregivers. Because we have everybody's email address already in the background of this system, you can use this quick messaging system to be able to send out a fast message. Maybe congratulate all the girls who have opened up their online store, or encourage those who have not yet done so. You can remind them that, hey, listen, we're getting close to being able to make reward choices. Please remember to go back in and also enter your order card into the system. Lots of different ways to communicate and lots of different reasons to communicate, but I always recommend you use this system to do so. And you have a reports tab just like the girls do. And when you click on that, you will be able to access tons of reports regarding all of your sales. And just like the girl, you can actually break it out and see all the magazines, direct ship nuts, all the order card orders that have been put up in the system. The online girl delivered orders for your troop, the number of tumblers, bark box items. There's even a tab that says special reports where you can select what kind of report you want and have that troop related. And then the most popular report in the system is the last tab called the summary report. You'll enjoy clicking on that because it will tell you everything you need to know about how your troop is doing in this program. Know that each report is printable, downloadable, exporting. You can export it to Excel or even email it. And there's the banking and payments tab. Now, this is great for you because you have the opportunity to click on that and be able to log in all the payments that the girls make to you. So when you click on this, all the girls in your troop will come up. You can select the girl. You can enter how much she paid you, when she paid you, how she paid you, and any promises about future payments that you may want to notate. That helps you be able to track everything in the system without having to worry about sticky notes and pads of paper and everything else. And lastly, there is a link that will not show up on your dashboard until after council submits the nut and chocolate order to Ashton Farms this year. And that order will be submitted on November 1st. After the order is submitted at approximately noon, you will see this link appear. When this link appears, feel free to click on it right away because then you can go ahead and create your delivery tickets, print them out, and have them ready for when the product is actually delivered and ready for you to pick up and then distribute to the girls. You can generate these by products and by rewards. You can generate them by your troop or by the girls. Lots of different ways and really easy to be able to access, create these, and print them out. And then lastly, you have the ability to earn that avatar patch. And all you need to do are 2 simple things. One is to activate that parent adult email campaign simply by clicking send and continue when that window shows up at your first login. And then when your troop reaches $2,000 in total sales, that's total combined sales using the order card and online sales, you will be able to earn your avatar patch to display so that the girls, when they see it, they'll get curious and you get to tell them how you earned it and how they can earn their own too. So let's round this out with the important dates, which again, that email is going to come to all of the troop leaders to be able to get into the system on September the 23rd. That's when you can activate the parent adult email campaign that will then go out to all the caregivers on the first day of the program, October 1st. The last day for all in-person orders will be October the 28th, and that's also the last date that the caregivers and the girls can enter their order card orders into the system. It's also the last date that the troops get to enter those orders into the system. And then the online girl delivered orders close out on the 29th. And all the rest of online orders will close out on the direct shipped orders will close out on November 12th. The last day the girls can then make any reward choices in the system will be November the 13th. And then the ACH withdrawal will take place on November the 15th. The product will be delivered to all the service units between November the 27th and December 2nd, and they'll be in contact with you to let you know specifically as time gets closer when it will be delivered and when you can come pick those up from them. And then the rewards will be delivered approximately around November the 15th, and hopefully sooner than that. And with that, we have a wonderful customer service team ready and waiting for any questions that you, your customers, your girls, anybody has regarding technology, products, magazines, anything at all related to this program that you have a question about. Even if it's, hey, listen, my browser needs to be downloaded and updated, our team can help customers with that as well. So please reach out to our customer service team. A lot of you might want to take a picture of this and create it as a attachment to any email questions that you get and say, you know what, great question. I don't know the answer, but the M2 team certainly does. So please feel free to reach out to them anytime. And with that, I will stay on in case there's any questions that we need answering. But thank you for letting me be a part of your evening, and good luck to all of you.
Well, that was super informative. I even took notes from the last time we met, Doug. There's a lot of information, a lot of wonderful things. Doug's customer care line is also available on our website. I put the link right on in the chat a couple of times. Like I said before, our website is newly revamped, and I know that there's a lot of stuff that's not there just yet. It is on my to-do list to make sure that everything that you need for the program will be there by the time the program does start on October 1st, including the YouTube link to this training tonight. I'm, again, very excited about this program. I do want to talk about really quickly, there were a couple repeat questions regarding why we don't have all 30 SKUs on the order form and available for girl delivery. It's more than, like, I know somebody had mentioned that they delivered, a ton of packages of cookies to their customers, which is amazing. But the difference is that cookies come in full cases from the warehouse, and there's only 9 SKUs of cookies, even though you're getting maybe 200 cases of cookies. It's much easier to count full cases of cookies at 9 SKUs versus 30 SKUs of a product, but single pieces of units per service unit and per troop. We have a very, very good relationship with our delivery agents, and I don't want to jeopardize that with them by asking them to provide 30 SKUs down to the unit piece to our service units. And I will say that we have heard that there are some councils that are losing delivery agents and such, but thank goodness we have very positive relationships with our agents. They work really hard for us to give us the product on time in a safe way and make our volunteers happy. So that's kind of one of the things as well. Plus, it also kind of can be overwhelming for a customer if they're given 30 things to choose from when they've never purchased something before, versus if they have a single page of information to choose from. There's a lot less of an option, less confusion, and less overwhelming ability to look at things. People have been doing this program for a while. If you remember that huge, massive magazine of magazine titles, because that was a long time ago, and we had paper magazine forms. I would get overwhelmed looking, like, leafing through to find my favorite magazine. And if you're asking a customer, knocking on their door and saying, here's a whole magazine of magazines to pick from in the cold, it's hard to commit to that. So long story short, that's why we have the few number of SKUs on the order form. So there's that. But yeah, so we have some really great information that Doug was kind enough to share with us. There's a lot. Please, please, please send us your questions at info@gsnipenn.org. There are no limits of what and the quantity of what a girl can order for girl delivery. That seemed to have been a big community confusion. So if a girl sells 5,000 mint treasures for girl delivery, that's great. There isn't a limit of how many she has for girl delivery. It's just that we only have the items that are on the actual order form that are available for girl delivery. That is the limitation for that. I hope that clarifies that for everybody. So it is 8:20. We were able to do this in just a little over an hour, even though we had this earmarked for 2 hours. So hopefully we can give back some time. Oh, that's a great question. Delivery. Oh my goodness. So myself, Sarah, Doug, and Todd, we are going back and forth for about 2 weeks or so to figure out the best way to have delivery come in this year. So we know historically, delivery is usually the week before Thanksgiving. And in order for us to do that, we would have to start the program a week and a half ago. So that was something that we really didn't want to do, because last time we had the program start in the previous membership year, it caused a whole bunch of confusion, including for myself, and I just don't want confusion for anybody. So we decided to kind of keep things consistent with that October 1st start date of our new membership year. And then we have that in turn had the product delivered after Thanksgiving. And we told that to our coordinators, and our coordinators were pretty happy to not have product at their house while they're serving Thanksgiving dinner to their family members. So it's just a week later. So that's the main reason. This entire training deck will be shared out to the coordinators and such, and it will be put on our YouTube channel and on our website. So in case you missed the email that goes out, it'll be on our page as soon as I can get it up there. And then one thing that we didn't talk about, and this is just for troops. So any troop that has 75% of their registered girls participating is eligible to earn up to 50 cases of cookies before cookies arrive. And that's a really big deal. And participation is considered earning a single patch. And then it's as simple and easy as sending out 18 emails to the M2 site. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to do anything else. Just send out those emails, and you'll be so surprised how many sales come in from those 18 emails. So troops work together, talk to each other, figure out who's doing what, send out those 18 emails, those unique emails, and you can get those 50 cases of cookies for cookie weekend in February.
And by the way, I'm scrolling through the questions. Somebody said, is the free magazine a one-time thing or a recurring subscription? It is a one-time thing. You are not roped into having to figure out when to cancel something that maybe you'll be charged for in the future. This is strictly a one-time free subscription.
Thank you. I had that written down. Thank you for saying that. But who doesn't love a free magazine?
Absolutely.
And Paula, I believe it'll tell you what the magazine options are. And the Bark Box is a one-time, it's not a subscription, it's a single box, but you're welcome to order a couple of them if you'd like. The Bark Boxes are fantastic. I remember when Sarah and I got, we got like a sample at our office, and then quickly opening it up, and the little pop top looks just like the gummy berries that we had from a million years ago. And I was literally about to open them, like, oh wait, it's not for people, it's for dogs. It's so cute though. It looks just like the stuff on the order form. It's fantastic. There's no limit. I think from what we know, there's no limit of how many Bark Boxes will be shipped that can be shipped to an address. All right, so I think we're good. Again, when can you start making the online order page? On day 1 of the program, October 1st. So we are getting to that magical time that we can hopefully give everybody back some time so they can get cozy for bed on this chilly Wednesday night. I thank everybody. We had, at one point, we had up to 226 people join us tonight. That's amazing. I'm so excited to have all you here tonight. Again, questions, please email info@gsnipenn.org. And we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you again. Thank you, Doug. Todd had to scoot out early. Let's make this program this year super magical and own your magic, my friends. And we will talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful night. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.